good practice. Not a little bit of a slow start, but we finished real well. So if we can get the beginning practice a little bit better, then it would have been really good. As it was a good work day.
What specifically was going slow?
I just came out a little bit flat. You can't come out flat. If you come out flat in the game, you're down 14-0 before you know what happens. So you got to be ready to go from the get.
What'd you see on film after evaluating the scrimmage?
A lot of good stuff. It was a clean scrimmage in most respects. Not a lot of penalties. A couple interceptions, which was not good, but we didn't put the ball on the ground as far as fumbling. Defense tackled pretty good. Now the ones were just thud yesterday. The 2s and 3s were live, but the quarterbacks all did some good things. Troy, as we talked about after practice yesterday, is starting to separate himself. He's getting all the reps with the 1s, and the other 2 guys are splitting the rest of the reps.
With the 1s or with the 2s and 3s?
Troy's getting all the reps with the 1s.
Right, but the only reps with the 1s. I mean, what I guess is the other 2 getting reps with the 1s also?
Nope. Troy's getting reps with the 1s, but the other guys are splitting the rest, what's left over.
Okay.
And so it's about a 2-to-1 ratio. And by no means is it a finished competition, but Troy has earned that to this point. He's outplayed the other 2.
You got a lot of positions that are basically settled, but yet you still have at least half of the training camp and then another week of practice to go. What would be the challenge to keep guys going when the depth chart's kind of solid, knowing that you still have competition?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's solid. We got a pecking order at most positions, but we got a lot of depth here. It's what you've done lately. If you're not playing up to par, nobody's job is etched in stone. And so if you don't continue to perform at a certain level, then someone's going to take your job. So that's the motivation right there is working to keep your job. Just because you got your job doesn't mean you're going to keep it if your play falls off.
So does that depth make it easier to have that competition?
Breeds competition. Depth is awesome. It breeds competition. It keeps everybody hungry and keeps everyone on their toes. It's a good thing. It's a healthy thing.
Any competition with you, like to take over your job? I mean, what do you do?
I don't do much. I just kind of stand around out here and try to facilitate things.
And what's the biggest concern for you right now with the team?
Biggest concern. I would say to continue to polish up the throw game and get it where we need it to be, because that was, as we've talked about ad nauseum. You know that word, right?
Yeah, it means forever.
As we've talked about ad nauseum, our throwing game was. It cost us the championship last year. It was what kept us from being able to win a championship, in our estimation.
And so with the biggest concern also, what's the biggest positive you've had so far?
Receivers' work ethic, their work, just the way they're getting after their business every day. Their toughness level has improved. The quarterbacks, we got 3 quarterbacks that are throwing the ball very accurately. The pass protection's been solid, so we're taking steps, but none of that matters if it doesn't translate to the games, and that's all we're concerned with right now is getting ourselves ready to play, and then when the games are on and the bright lights are on, that's when we got to perform.
Troy Williams have a little extra swagger or anything, getting more reps and kind of being told he was.
No, he's got that swagger. One thing about Troy, he's all business. He is completely focused and dialed in from start of practice to the end. When he's in his spare time, he's in the film room. There's nothing about that guy that is not a winner. He's got a winning attitude in everything he does, and he doesn't say a lot. As far as extracurricular stuff, all he does is take care of his business.
How was his first day getting a majority of the 1s?
Good. Performed well. He's, as I mentioned, he's outperformed the other 2 so far, and going forward, he'll continue to get all the reps with the 1s until we think there's a change that's warranted.
Do you have a timetable when you want to name the starter officially?
No timetable. We just, like I said, way back when, just minimum would be a week out from the game.